Investor's Guide. It's the festival of lights. It's also the festival of wealth and prosperity, which is why Diwali is so important to us on this show. This show is all about making you wealthy and prosperous. This year we're bringing that prosperity to your doorstep. Now we have the best financial experts in the country working on our team, and we're sending them to you because being able to plan your finances will make you rich. Over the next half hour, our amazing team will help single mothers, retired seniors and young couples plan their finances. We'll also tell you if you should be buying gold or silver during Diwali this year, and we'll find out what stocks you should be buying during the auspicious Muhurat trading. There's an undeniable trend in our country today of strong women who are earning, saving and investing their own money. Mothers, sisters and daughters who are providing for their families while building careers. Today we're going to help you through Nutan Asgaonkar. She's a single woman and a mother who runs her own business and works hard to give her son the very best.
I have always been independent. I mean, though I was married for 19 years, but I always managed my own finances. Frankly speaking, I don't feel like a 50-year-old. I have the energy of a 30-year-old. And I feel there's a long way. I mean, I don't want to retire now. I just want to work. My son Rahul, who wanted to study abroad, who wanted to do his masters, so I had to send him to London, and then all my big chunk was diverted to his education. So right now, I am in business. I'm doing pretty good, but I have no. If you ask me, right now I have nothing. I've just lived in the present. I mean, it's a shame on me that I'm saying this, but now that you're asking me, yes, I have to think of all these elements which are, I think, so alarming and so important.
An artist, an entrepreneur and a single mother.
Our design has this cut.
This is Nutan Asgaonkar, a woman who lives life on her own terms.
But I want the two colors. Reason? That is my design.
But under our personal finance microscope, her strong exterior begins to crumble. While her graphic design firm is doing well, she band-aids the erratic cash flow with her credit card. The result? A rolling debt of over 1 lakh rupees.
Thursday I'll make another presentation.
As a single mother, she spent over 40 lakh rupees on a British master's degree for her only son, half of which has been borrowed. Servicing the heavy debt leaves her with just about enough to get through the month. Her home in Mumbai and stocks she inherited from her father are her only assets. She has no money saved for emergencies and no health insurance. If she needs to secure her future, she has to start now. Now there were several worrying aspects to Nutan's portfolio when we took a look at it. Like many of the other parents that we speak to, she had a lot of debt. She had no health insurance at all, and in an attempt to give her son the best education, she had completely ignored her own retirement needs. Now her case was not going to be an easy job, which is why we had to send in one of our top guns. Gaurav Mashruwala is a hard-talking financial planner who gives his clients the inconvenient truth about their money.
Hi.
Hi Gaurav.
Happy Diwali. How are you?
Happy Diwali.
I've gone through your data that you have sent, and there are certain basic queries that I have. One of them, and which is a striking point, is credit card debt, and there's a certain amount of money that you have on outstanding on credit card. Now my question was that, is it like it's just outstanding for 20-30 days, 1 month, or is it even an older debt? So have you been, like when bill comes to you, do you make complete payment or you make part payment?
Every month what happens is I end up buying something and then I don't have the money in the bank. I have to make payments to my staff and my suppliers and all that, and then for myself there's no money left.
Okay.
And then what we end up doing is, okay, credit card.
First and foremost, pay off credit card debt. Now there are a couple of things that you can do. One option is that you can go and take something called as personal loan. So most banks give you that. the rate of interest on personal loans will be less. It will be somewhere in the vicinity of 12 to 15, more like 15 to 18%, but much lesser than 36 to 40% that
What
you're
I'm paying currently.
So one option is apply for a personal loan, take that money and use to pay back credit card outstanding. That will kind of release certain amount of money, certain amount of interest that you're paying. So it's the first thing that you will do.
Most important.
If Nutan takes Gaurav's advice and switches from a credit card to a personal loan, she'll save 25,000 rupees every year.
Another thing that's a little bit of concern is there is no health insurance. Now, is it that you have missed out on this, or there's absolutely no health insurance you have? So if you were to fall ill, or if there is any kind of accident or disability, and I pray it doesn't come in, but if there is, do you have any kind of backup through insurance or whatever?
No, I have yet to go to that.
You need health insurance. I mean, and I pray that you will never fall ill, but you still need health insurance. Because beyond age 55, 60, more so after 60, in the years when you really require health insurance, most insurance companies will not be comfortable giving you larger cover or will give you at a very high cost. You'd rather have it now, more so when you have a clean health history. So you haven't fallen ill, you haven't had any ailments or whatever. Again here, you'll go and take insurance straight away from a health insurance company. So you'll not kind of take it on credit card or some group insurance.
Nutan needs health insurance of 5 lakh rupees. At her age, it will cost her 6,000 rupees cheaper if she does it today.
Start building up a contingency fund. Certain amount of money should always be available for contingency. So if there is job loss for whatever reason, either economic condition, your health condition, some kind of catastrophe, natural or man-made, you need to migrate from your any other contingencies, you have at least 3 months mandatory expense as reserves available.
A saving of 10,000 rupees every month for the next 1 year is all Nutan needs for her emergency money.
After a year, when you don't have to send money to Rahul, use that money to pay off education loan as soon as possible. If Rahul can chip in, great. You are not dependent. I know that you have clarified that. But if he can, great. And once education loan comes less than 10 lakhs, is when parallelly you start creating corpus for your retirement.
I just want you to really guide me. Where do I put the money? Should I put it in the bank or mutual funds, or what are the options?
We're talking about a time frame of about a decade, 8 to 10 years. And hence you want to put in mutual funds which are investing into stock market as well as gold. Because gold is another thing which I don't see from investment perspective. So you may have jewelry or whatever, but from investment perspective, gold and equity are the two asset classes which you want to put in.
Gaurav, it was lovely talking to you, and whatever advice that I want from you, I mean, I would be getting in touch with you.
Sure, to that. Most welcome.
I'm sure you're there for
Most
me
welcome. Most welcome. Yeah.
Give me the right direction.
I'll do that. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Nutan currently sends her son 1 lakh rupees every month to cover his living expenses in London. After he graduates, she can invest that same amount at 12% interest. She'll have a retirement corpus of 2.3 crore rupees after 10 years. Now there's something we can all learn from Nutan's case. A contingency fund of 3 times your monthly expenses is a must-have. Health insurance is absolutely non-negotiable. And most important of all, long-term credit card debt is the cancer that can eat away at all your money. Now when we come back, how can retired seniors stretch their pensions to meet rising daily expenses?